I do not think that social media has ruined the expectations of marriage, but it has definitely distorted them. Women have become more self-aware. So you have somebody who's come to know our worth, and you're demanding so much from them. And the first question that pops into their head is, what are you?
Hi friends, today's guest isn't just a friend. She's someone I have watched evolve through different seasons of life. She's a wife, a mother, a content creator, and a fashion designer. She's also a woman of faith. She's a stay-at-home mom in a world that often measures women by their paychecks. And she's also someone who openly shares a diabetes journey in a way that many people wouldn't even dare. This conversation isn't about giving perfect answers. It's about asking the questions that many women are secretly wrestling with right now.
We have people comparing their real relationships to carefully curated highlights online. We have women doing great deals in their career, doing big things, and then you expect that person to just love you because you think you deserve to be loved. If I'm online telling you that I'm a marriage counselor and I'm married, you want to see that I have a happy home. So when I edit the videos, you don't see the part I leave out. What you see is what I want you to see.
Thank you so much for sitting with me today, Tiana. It's so good to have you here.
Hello, Ewaji. So good to be on this show too. It's been a long time
Awesome.
coming.
I know, right? It's been long overdue.
Yeah, right.
Awesome, awesome. So let's get right into it, okay? I have several questions to unpack with you, and I hope you have a great time with me here today. So let me
I hope
ask.
so.
All right, let me ask you, do you think women have become harder to love, or is it that men have become less equipped to love women? What's your take on that?
I don't think it's neither. Many people think women are now very capable of not loving as much as they used to. Partly because women have become more self-aware. So you have somebody who's come to know our worth, and you're demanding so much from them. And the first question that pops into their head is, what are you offering?
Mm,
I'm bringing this. We have women doing great deals in their career, doing big things. And then you expect that person to just love you because you think you deserve to be loved. And as for the men, I also do not think men have become universally incapable. I don't know if that's the right word, of loving or pouring into people. I think it stems more from the fact that many men do not have good examples
hmm,
in their lives. So, we can only become what we see.
right.
So, growing up, men, you would grow up in a household, especially from where we come from. You grew up in a household where a man would not maybe get their parents necessary, his wife necessary things, and then they provide, make sure there's food on everybody's table. But they are constantly telling their male son, "You see how I'm taking care of your mother? When you get married, take care of your wife too." But providing doesn't mean you're taking care of people.
Hmm,
You're doing your duty as a father. And so when a man grows up to see this and he gets married, the only way he can, the only form of love he can show is the masculinity side he has grown to know.
to know.
And so when he's doing all this, you would feel, oh, this is not how to love, but that's the only way he's not how to love.
Hmm,
Men do not have great examples of loving. So the only way they can love is the only way they have seen what
right.
loving looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And a perfect example of this is raising children. You know, when you're raising children, it's very easy to say to your boy child or your girl child, be good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use coarse language.
Mm-hmm.
Don't steal.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fight. But what children hear is not the things you're saying. They act on what they see. So
Right.
if I tell my son, do not use curse words, and at home I'm constantly using curse words if I'm on the phone, if I'm talking to people, that's the only thing he would know. So the deeper issue is not that gender has become the problem. It's that many of us have become less capable of giving what we do not have.
Hmm.
So that's how I say it.
That's beautiful, and that's a very beautiful way to say it. Growing up, we saw more of what our parents would show to
Yeah.
us, and we would act accordingly. Like your words are just mere words. Your actions would always be what we would tend to like follow.
Tend to
As-
follow.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah. So that being said, now, does this mean that you would teach your children, a boy or a girl, the way to love an opposite sex, or you would let them see what you're doing? Is that what the order of the day is now?
No, that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. My son is going to grow up to love a woman the way he sees his dad loving his mom.
Absolutely. T.
So for my son,
Mm-hmm.
if my husband gets me flowers every now and then,
He knows to do
when
that.
he wants to do that for a woman too, when he comes of age, or
Hmm.
when he's capable of doing that, because that's how he knows how to love.
Right.
So if my husband brings me dinner when I'm tired, for instance, in my own home, on days my husband just loves to order food. So if my son starts dating tomorrow
Right.
and the lady's bothered about cooking,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be like, we might just order food
Right.
because that's what he has seen. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is that you can only give what you become, and
Right.
you become what you see.
What you see. What you
And
see.
that's why I gave the example of what raising children is like.
Mm.
So
Which makes absolute
if your husband constantly plants kiss on your forehead, you would see that your children will start to emulate that.
true.
So it's not about what you teach, it's about what they see.
What they see. I love that. I love that. So, having said that, do you also believe that social media, because we're a lot of us, even our kids, are exposed to social media these days? Do you believe that social media has quietly ruined the expectations of marriage?
That's a good one right there, but also a very dicey question.
Hmm.
But before I press on, I would just like to say that one of the healthiest, or most of the healthiest marriages are usually built on quiet moments that never make it online.
Hmm.
And so I do not think that social media has ruined the expectations of marriage, but it
Hmm.
has definitely distorted them.
Hmm.
So we have people comparing their real relationships to carefully curated highlights online. You want
Right.
to, you want to, you want your husband to do what somebody online, so what somebody is showing you that their
Right.
husband is doing for them.
Content.
You forget that as a content creator, what I want you to see is what I want you to see.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's very easy for when marriages that are popular break up and we start to hear, oh, he never did this. We've seen
Mm-hmm.
cases of women come online to say, all the flowers you ever saw, I bought them. All the clothes, I bought them. So imagine living your life
Hmm.
wanting to be like people, or wanting your partner to treat you how other people treat their partner online.
Hmm.
Social media is not a real place.
It's not. It's
The
not.
more you look, most people will tell you the less you see. But on social media, the more you look, the more you see. And
I've
what
never
you
heard that one
see,
before.
what you see
Uh-huh.
is what people want you to see. So
Hmm.
if I want to keep selling food online, I will keep posting food online.
Right.
And so when I feed you more food, you
Mm-hmm.
want to order and taste my food,
Absolutely.
or you
Absolutely.
want to go on my page and learn how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm online telling you that I'm a marriage counselor and I'm married,
Mm-hmm.
you want to see that I have a happy home.
Correct.
So when I edit the videos, you don't see the part I leave out.
Hmm.
What you see is what I want you to see. And that's usually the good part. And it's usually make believe. It's easy for me to say, hey darling, I'm shooting a content right now of me wanting to make pounded yam. So I'm going to need you to be putting the yam into the machine while I'm pounding, or the, is it called mortar, while I'm pounding. So when I edit all the videos, you would see comment like, oh my God, your husband is so caring. Oh my God, such an intentional man. Girl, water
You
your
didn't
own
see.
grass.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
What you see is what I want you to see. So I do not believe that social media has ruined expectations of marriage. I think people are just focusing more on make believe.
On make believe, absolutely, and that's another wonderful point you made. They don't see the part where you actually verbally told your husband, "I would love for you to help me put the yam in the
Because the
pounder."
camera is rolling.
Exactly. They don't see that part.
It
And that makes
does.
me want to ask you, so do you think that a lot of men are comparing their partners, their wives, to what they scroll past every day on social media, and also vice versa? Wives are comparing their husbands to the picture perfect content creators that we're seeing on social media right now? Because you've said towards the fact that people are seeing the make believe. So do you really think that that's a thing right now in this age and time?
Unfortunately for us, girl, it's a thing.
Mm,
And we have to be careful with what we feed ourselves, especially online. And no matter how good you think you are as a partner, it
mm-hmm,
is very easy to get carried away by what you consume.
mm,
So
mm,
it's very easy for you to believe that, this one now is every day her husband buys a bag. There
mm.
are women working hard, making their own money, buying those things for themselves and setting up camera and saying, he got me this.
Right. And
So
Tiana, sorry to cut you short. That
that's
takes me
fine.
to a post that I posted today. I don't know if you saw it on my WhatsApp status where I saw a random, I think from a popular page called Wives and Mothers. They posted
Oh, I know
something
the
about,
page.
yeah, they posted something about um buy something for yourself and then tell the world your husband bought it for you. And I'm like, hell no. Do
Good
not
in buying something for
empathy.
myself.
Do not do that. Do not mislead the public as to the kind of suffering you're going through or as to the kind of treatment you're receiving. I don't see
Yes.
why I would buy myself a purse and then go ahead and tell people my husband got me that. As how give who the credit belongs to. Give him the credit. If my
There's
husband
nothing
don't buy me
absolutely wrong in
nothing,
taking
don't
care of
complain about
yourself.
it. You know
There
why
is.
Nah, I don't like it. I'm not of that school of thought. I don't know why that was put out there on social media for people to follow, but I really feel like that's a very wrong move to make because you are indulging this men. So at that point, when they know that you're actually giving them the credit that they don't deserve or they haven't earned, you're making them relax and not want to do those things. Well, because they know that once you buy that designer purse or you buy yourself that car, you're still going to give them the credit and make people believe that your family, your friends, social media believe that they
So
did
why
it.
buy it?
So,
So
Kilowatt,
why buy it for you?
why buy it? You know, why buy it for you? I better
You're
go. If
still
I
going to
buy
give me
something,
the credit anyways.
no, exactly. So I don't think that's a good one. So,
It's not. Realized that they can be independent and happy and
mm,
provided for.
mm,
So the shift happened when women realized that they can achieve anything they set their own mind to.
mm, mm, mm.
So you can talk.
So, do you then think that this shift that happened has strengthened relationships, or has it unintentionally created a gender war amongst men and women?
First of all, I'd like to say I don't think it created any gender war. It's, or maybe it's not really the cause of gender war. Maybe fear and disappointment is. But
Hmm.
if you're with the right partner
Right.
and you're doing good for yourself, the right partner will be proud of you.
Hmm.
The right partner will show you off. So I
Hmm.
think it stems from what type of partner you then settle for. If
Exactly.
you're self reliant, if you have education, if you're doing well in your career as a woman, you also have to then become careful with whom you settle with, because that can either make you or mar you.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you make the wrong decision, it then becomes, oh, I have a partner who hates me because I'm doing better than them. Then the partner is saying, oh my God, she's arrogant. But the root cause of the issue in itself is that you settled for a wrong person.
Mm.
Because if you know yourself, I know a lady who would always tell me that a career is her core value. A career is what is important to her. And that's why she's taking her time to not marry any type of man.
Mm.
How many women are that self-aware? And this is somebody earning six figures. How many women are that self-aware? So as much as you're going higher in life and further in your career,
Mm-hmm.
you also have to start having certain conversations with yourself.
Right.
Who am I doing life with?
Hmm.
What do I want with who I'm doing life with? Whoever I do life with, is it going to affect me
Mm.
or is it going to help me become a better person?
Mm.
So I do not think it has anything to do with gender war. It's more about who is on the other side of the divide for
Correct.
me. So
Correct.
that's what I believe.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. You have to be able to find yourself with a kind partner to be able to not have that gender war going on in your relationship. If you're There are so many women or so many families right now that the women or the woman is doing way better than the man,
Of course.
and it would take a kind man in such situation to see it as, well, this is how God has ordained it to be, and we would thrive in it, we would be happy with it. If you want to be better, go back to school, do something, empower yourself as a man. That should not be, I personally believe that that should not be a reason why there would be envy, hatred, or, jealousy in a home or
Shouldn't.
in a marriage. It really shouldn't be. So I completely agree with your take on that.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this. Do you think if marriage was no longer socially expected, do you think women will still choose marriage?
Hmm. That's a beautiful question. And I know you're probably expecting me to say, hell no. Girl, I think many women still would.
Really? You
Okay,
think
so
so?
let me look for a better way to frame this. Marriage is the smaller part of the bigger commitment.
Hmm.
And what this means is when people genuinely want to get married, they are not doing it because they want somebody to say, oh, Mrs. Nah. It's beyond just the expression of that commitment. You belong to me, I belong to you.
Right.
Now you're going to be thinking of marriage as, I need to settle down because I desire love, I desire companionship, I
Mm.
desire someone to talk to, I desire someone to build my life with.
Mm.
Marriage or not, nobody can do life alone.
Mm.
Nobody.
Mm.
Some women may not choose marriage if it's no longer if it's no longer socially acceptable, right? But many women would still be married, would still
Mm.
choose marriage, because nobody wants to do life alone.
Mm.
Nobody wants to go home to an empty bed every night. Nobody wants to build alone.
Right.
These things are lovely and interesting, and there's a genuine feeling when I'm going home with something in my heart,
Mm.
knowing that I'm going home to somebody I'm going to pour it into. I can't wait to give my husband this gist. I
Right.
cannot wait. I
Right.
cannot wait. And to those that no longer have their partners, either by reason of being separated or death, they would relate to what I'm talking about, because now you have to now look for somebody else to become that companionship for you. So
Correct.
I do think many women would still be married if marriage was no longer socially acceptable.
To the woman I'm becoming.
So I think we've seen a lot of that with our celebrities these days, where they tend to go have a child, and after having a child, we find out they're in a relationship, or even the ones that have been through divorce, they now have partners that they're with. Which obviously means that everybody still wants a partner, married or not, honestly, because some people don't necessarily believe that they should be married. You see that the word marriage, like that, let's go to courts and go to rings in our fingers and all of that. Some people don't want to do that. Some people just want partnerships and then that's it. Which we see a lot of these days on, like, maybe saying people don't want men at all, or men don't want women at all. I don't think that's a possible thing. I don't see that happening. And yeah, that's completely true. So let me ask you, do you support women who cheat back? Say for example, a man cheats on you and you would cheat back. You would cheat too, because I mean we're seeing a lot of that as well these days, where even not just women or men cheating. We're seeing a lot of women cheating back now or having affairs now. The other day, I heard about a gist where there's this particular girl who's been sleeping around, and then, of course, her husband was also sleeping around. And then, guess what? She told her friend about it, and guess what? Her friend started to sleep with her husband, and now her friend has a child with her husband. It's a whole full blown gist going on in Dallas right now. Like, there's a voice recording all over the place about this situation. So, and it stemmed from a husband cheating and the wife cheating back. And then the friend of the wife, who knows about the wife cheating back, took advantage of that situation and then started to sleep with the husband, and now they have a child together. So do you support women cheating back? Honestly, I'm indifferent, not because I'm capable of cheating back, but I kind of like it when I see women in men's ministry. You know what I mean? Like, it feeds my ego. It feeds my ego a lot. Like, okay, yeah, go get them.
So
Show it to them
I
exactly
like
how
when
they're
I see
showing
that
it to
line
them.
online a lot when they say
Yeah,
women in male dominated fields.
exactly, exactly. So I'm not capable of doing it, but like I said, I love to see it when it happens, and I love to see men's reaction. Just like the story of Frank Edo, we have the one of Medu that we both talked about. There's a lot of gist about all these people and how they're cheating back and they're getting cheated on. What's your take on it? Talk to me about it.
Okay, so I think first, let's, before we even delve into the answer, I
Hmm.
think let's first state an important fact. Nobody deserves to be cheated on.
Period.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Um, Cheating is very painful to the person being cheated on because then it leaves you to start questioning your value, to start asking if you're worthy of being loved.
Mm,
Cheating is painful, but I don't think healing can come to anyone from being whatever hurts them.
mm,
Someone's betrayal or someone's terrible habit should not define my own reaction to now become somebody just like them. I
Mm.
don't think anybody can ever heal from becoming what hurts them. It's almost impossible. So I would say that I it's not something I support. I know that when we see the gist, there are people laughing about it or rejoicing about it. While I do not think that many of them are laughing because they support it, many of them are just pained because somebody did what they couldn't do to their own partner too. Do you understand? So it's like seeing somebody revenge on your behalf.
That's me.
Do you understand? Like seeing
Yes.
somebody revenge on your behalf, like, oh my God, you did that.
Uh-huh.
Proud of you.
Proud of you.
I am very proud of you. So I think it stems more from people saying that. But then as a Christian, we must also know that even our Bible tells us that we cannot repay evil
With
for
you.
evil. So I do not succumb. If you ever feel like you would cheat back, I think that's a sign for you to leave.
To leave. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if your relationship or marriage gets to the point where you believe that your partner deserves to be cheated on,
Mm-hmm.
be the bigger person and leave.
And leave. Right.
But cheating back, there's no justification for that. There's no justification for becoming, because guess what? Cheating is also about, okay, so imagine two people who cheated on each other. It won't produce a healthy relationship.
Mm-mm.
It's just going to produce two people that has broken the covenant of marriage.
Right.
So now, how do you live with that?
Mm.
I haven't met somebody who has cheated back, but I will believe that nobody that has cheated back has ever recovered from that.
Mm.
Because now you cannot tell your partner what you have done. Some of them cannot even tell anybody. So it's a burden you have to carry in your heart for the rest of your life because
Mm.
somebody became a monster and then
With
you
yours.
became another monster. And now
Mm.
you have to heal from that. So if
And
you ever feel the need to cheat back, I think you should just walk away. I know it
and
can be fun when we read about it online. I
right.
also have good laughs sometimes. I'm like,
Right.
you did that? And then you
Mm-hmm.
see the men all pained talking online. You're like, so you know how
Going
it feels,
crazy. So
but
you can
then
pay you
nothing
people like
nothing
this.
justifies that. Nothing. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. I don't believe is worth it. It's not.
Absolutely. It's not
It's not.
worth it. It's not worth your mental state. It's not worth sneaking around, snooping around, all those hide and seek that men do. It's really not worth it, honestly. And two wrongs, they say, never makes a right, never. So, yeah, I don't subscribe to it, but when I see it done by someone else, I have a good laugh
It is
about it.
fun.
I
It's
have a
fun
good
to
laugh.
read, but then
I have a good laugh about it. So let me ask
yes.
you: if you found out your if you found out that your husband would not know if you cheated on him, would you do it?
Do you know the funny thing about women who cheat back?
Uh-huh.
They don't do it for the person to know. They do it for self-fulfillment.
Exactly.
So that's why I said you're only going to hurt for the rest of your life.
Mm,
So
mm,
if I find out, if I know my husband is not going to know, which is a question most women need to start asking themselves, why then are you revenging?
mm,
What self-fulfillment do you want to get from something that you're going to keep in your heart for the rest of your life?
hmm.
What then
Conceal.
is the revenge? Self-fulfillment. What then is the
Exactly.
self-fulfillment?
But then, do you think that cheating is about revenge, or do you think it's about healing? Like, do you think some people heal from maybe after they break even? Now we both cheated. I feel better about myself, or I feel better about it. Now we can move on. We're even. Or do you think it's really about revenge?
I do not think anybody can ever heal from being cheated on. So how then can you heal from cheating? Somebody that is capable of cheating on someone you have sworn before God and man
Mm,
that you would ride with for the rest of your life is already someone who is sick in themselves.
mm,
Because see, Ewaji, cheating is stressful. And
yes.
I have a vast majority of male friends. Cheating is
Mm,
stressful.
mm-hmm,
It is stressful. Do you know what you have to go through to hide certain things from your partner?
Like it's a lot.
So now imagine somebody now putting you as a woman in that situation to do it to them.
Nah, it's not
It's a
worth it.
lot, really. No, nobody can heal from being cheated on. So imagine how then do you want to heal from cheating back? You cannot. In fact, if you do it, you'll probably start to hate yourself.
As feel filthy
Yes,
about your body,
exactly.
like, oh Lord, I
You
literally
you
just
you will
someone else touch me.
probably start to hate yourself. Like, what did I do and why did I do it?
I
So
agree
you
with
you 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 cannot heal from it.
you.
Cheating is damaging. You
Yeah,
cannot heal from damaging yourself. So
I
you
agree.
you I don't think you can.
I agree. I completely agree with you. So let's move away from the cheating issue right now because it's a conversation that would never end. It's a whole full blown discussion that we can go on and on and on. So if your husband asked you today, Tiana, to be a full stay at home mom and never work in your life ever again, would you feel secure? Would you feel protected or would you feel controlled?
So, like I said, let's look beneath the surface. So I think it depends, right?
Mm-hmm.
On how that conversation happens. Marriage is a partnership, not a dictatorship, right?
Correct.
So if my husband comes up to me and says, Tiana, you're going to be a stay-at-home
Hmm.
mom.
That expression though.
I'm going to feel like, nigga,
Let me say, okay,
you
sir.
okay? Did you have a good night's sleep? Are you hungry? Do you miss mommy?
Do you
But
miss
then,
out?
if my husband comes to me to say, oh, look, this and this and this is going on with the family.
Mm-hmm.
If you continue to do this, it could be at the detriment of the children, this,
Mm.
that. And then we have the conversation
Right.
and we come to an agreement. And then I then decide that, okay, I think you've made your point. And after giving it a thought, I would like to be a stay at home mom.
Mm-hmm.
Then I feel protected and valued.
Mm.
So that's why I said it depends on how the conversation happens. I
Mm.
know many people will frown at this and say, oh, even if you had the conversation, it still blackmailed you.
Mm.
Marriage is all about compromise. You give, I give.
Mm.
So one or two sacrifices here and there, and a happy home is built.
Mm.
Many of us
That's
come from homes where our moms had to put their life on hold to
right.
raise us.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we come of age, we see a different person. And then we're wondering, oh my God, my mom loves to party. Oh my God, my mom loves beautiful clothes. Oh, is it old age? It's not old age. That person was somebody before they put their life on hold for you.
Or else.
So
Right.
a man asking you authoritatively to do that is asking too much.
It's
So that's why I
controlling.
said it's about two of you coming together to
Mm-hmm.
make that decision for the family. And
Right.
if and then after making that decision, you have to know that if I say no, no is no. And if
Mm-hmm.
I say yes, yes is yes. And the home is going to go on being smooth and everybody will be happy
Mm.
because we have agreed that this isn't what I want or this is what I want. And we are not going to dwell on it. We are going to move ahead.
We're gonna move ahead, and that's to say
So,
that that
so
shouldn't be a reason for us to have issues in the home.
at
Because I've
all, at
chosen
all,
not
at all,
to
at all,
be
at all. You
a stay at
cannot
home.
give a command without conversation in a marriage. If you do that, then you are just a selfish ass. Mm-mm-mm.
A
Because you know,
dictator.
you know that when a man has a conversation with you, you feel protected and valued. And
Right.
protection doesn't necessarily remove your voice. Control does.
And that's one thing men don't understand. Having a full blown conversation with your wife makes your wife feel a lot valued. Like the fact that you're sitting me down to have a conversation,
Makes you feel like
regardless
you
of
have a
how you
voice
know.
in your home.
Exactly. Regardless of how you expect or how you think I would react, you saying babe, sit down, we need to talk. Oh my God. It already makes me feel like my man wants to talk to me. As opposed to us being women and we always have to be like, we need to talk. We need to talk about this. It's always like mostly the women. Why is it like that though? Why is it always
If,
women?
if 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 you even have to tell a man, we need to talk, we need to talk. What did you marry?
Exactly. What did you marry? Kilo fair?
What did you wait till
Wetin
you
you
marry,
marry?
sister?
Wetin you marry? Because why does it have to be a one-way thing? Why can't you call me also and say because it takes two to tango and it obviously takes two people's effort to want to make a marriage work.
Work,
You see
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So
And I think a beautiful marriage is also, even though we are only few years in, you've even been married longer than I have been.
right,
One
right.
of the things I can say is that marriage is also about growth.
Mm-hmm.
So there are things that my husband did differently in the first year of our marriage that
Mm.
is better now, and there are things I did differently that I'm better than. And I usually talk about this sometimes over my content videos. I think marriage is all about growth and 2 servings of beautiful solitude.
Mm.
You pouring, me pouring, us sitting down and saying, Alaye, can this work? Can
Mm.
this not work? So it's give and take. So
Correct.
if you're in a marriage where somebody controls you from start to finish and is showing you signs constantly that they cannot change, what
Kilo
did you
fair.
marry?
What did you marry?
What did you marry?
What
So
did you marry? That is so funny. What did you marry? And that's a very valid question. What did you marry?
what did you marry? Kilofe?
Kilo fair. Ah, Jesus Shanu.
What did you marry?
Eh, so let me ask you, Tiana, which woman do you think receives the Asher judgments? The stay-at-home mom or the woman who works, a working mom? Who receives more harsher judgments?
So now beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a society where we're too serious, Moji. you
Ah,
know, you know that song, Kusogbo to Leda,
kò sí wàhálà
Kusiwa to Liu,
tó lè fi
Kusona to
táyé
Ligba, to
tó lè fi
Lefitaye.
táyé lọ́rùn mọ́.
I'm singing that song because both the stay-at-home mom
Hmm.
and the working moms get
Hmm.
judged every day.
Hmm.
You would tell a stay-at-home mom, oh, you are not fulfilling purpose, you're
You're
just
lazy.
living. And the working moms are then judged and made to feel like, look
Mhm.
at her, always working. She doesn't have time for her children.
Family. Hmm.
So I do not think one is judged more than the other. I think they are both judged.
Hmm.
That's why you have to choose what you want to be judged for and choose that whatever you are judged for, you love it. So if you
And
come at me and say, oh, you put your life on hold for marriage, you put your work on hold for marriage, that's okay. Because tomorrow, if I was working and then they call me and say, oh, something happened to your child at school, these are the same people that would ask, what is a 6-month-old child doing in school? What
hmm,
is a 1-year-old child doing in school? I think they are both judged equally, if you
very
ask
true.
me. I think they are
Very
both
true.
judged equally.
So, have you ever felt guilty for being a stay-at-home mom, or have you ever felt guilty for wanting more from motherhood, as you just said right now?
Yes, you would always feel guilty
Mom
unless you're not
guilt.
human.
Mom guilt. I was just telling Tyrell about that myself, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel guilty. My
And I
kids.
think I think the loneliest part of it is you feel like your work is invincible, like nobody sees
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
So if, for instance, my husband goes out all day and comes home to a clean house, all he sees is a clean home. He has no idea how many times I've cleaned it. And
Ah,
then you have to stay at home.
that's a
You have to
full-blown conversation on its own. Honestly, you don't know how much this is something that I always talk about in my house as well. Like my husband comes back from work and he's like, "Why is everywhere messy? Why is it,
you know that's what I was
bro?
about
You
to
have
say.
no idea how many times I've swept this floor, bro. What are you talking
You,
about?
you,
Not
you know
about
what
me.
I
I'm
was
not
about
the
to say,
same."
girl. Even if it comes back to a perfect home, you want him to see your effort. So you will be like, baby, if you know what Onrere did today, God.
Mm.
Do you know he spilled something here? Do you know it spilled something on the wall?
Hmm.
Do you know he stained this place? I
You
had
have
to
to
clean it.
explain.
And then you want, not
You want him to
because you're not
know.
explaining because you want them to hear you. You're explaining because you're wondering if your efforts are seen.
Oh Lord.
You're wondering if it's isolating. You're wondering, is this man saying that I'm doing so much
Oh,
and
does
I've
he
done
just think
so
I've been
much?
sitting home all day on my phone?
Sometimes my husband can be in his office upstairs like for hours, and he would have told me he has series of meetings today, and obviously I'll be hearing the voices. And then in the space of that 3 hours, I could have done 10,000 things.
Hmm.
And so when he's out, while there are other things I could keep him occupied about, I want him to know that I have worked. It's like a feeling of loneliness. I had to start calling myself back sometimes, like, Tiana, why are you explaining?
I know. I can imagine.
Why?
Why are you
Why are you
lying?
explaining?
Oh
What's
Lord.
with the shalaye? So I think part of it stems from just wanting to know that you are seen and your efforts are not just wasted. But the
Hmm.
truth is, it's not wasted effort. You're actually doing it because you are a mother and you are a
Hmm.
stay-at-home mom.
Hmm.
But it gets very lonely.
It does.
It gets really, really lonely sometimes.
Hmm. Hmm. I couldn't agree more. And
It is
honestly,
because
I
then
have
your
a
world
lot
is
to
centered around everyone else around you.
exactly. And there is no one really pouring into you as a mother. You're
Absolutely
the
no
only
one.
one pouring into everyone else, your husband, the kids,
Yeah.
family, friends. The friend will call you and I have a problem. You're talking. They don't even know what you're in the middle of. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows that you are unhappy. Nobody
Mhm,
knows that you need a break. Nobody knows that you're going crazy.
mhm.
I remember one time I made a joke to my dad that I was feeling depressed.
Nigerian man, are you joking?
My dad said, depression. Kí I laughed so hard that day. The way the depression flew away. My daddy said, depression.
Depression.
Tomorrow, dress up and go out now. Leave the baby, dress up and go out. And that's what I actually did and it helped.
Oh.
He said, you just need fresh air, depression. And my dad is very African. He will say depression. Àbúrò wèrè ló ń jẹ́ depression. Like, so imagine coming from Africa and then you are telling people
Àbúrò
that
wèrè ló ń
you
jẹ́
are
bẹ́ẹ̀.
depressed. My daddy said, come off it. You will not be depressed in Jesus'
In
name.
Jesus' name,
I said,
you use
amen,
anointing
amen.
oil and fire to fire it out. Kí ló ń jẹ́
I said,
depression?
amen, daddy, amen. I will not be depressed. Amen.
That's
Amen.
so funny. Àbúrò wèrè ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
I'm telling you.
Oh my
I'm telling
goodness,
you.
Tiana, I've had a very good laugh on this episode
Same
today.
here.
But yeah, let me come to you a little bit. In this in the in the world where people often share highlights, the beautiful part of their lives and all of that. Talk to me about what inspired you to be so transparent about your diabetes journey.
First, I would like to say that diabetes is not a struggle.
Mm,
Um, if you give something a name, then it
mm,
starts to control you. It starts to have power over you.
mm,
So it's diabetes, and that's it. It's not my identity. But vulnerability creates permission. So what that means is that the moment you are sometimes tempted, those moments you are tempted to hide, is the very moment someone out there needs to know that they are not alone. So the
mm,
reason I sometimes share my journey is for somebody struggling with type 1 diabetes to know that they are not alone.
mm,
When I first got diagnosed with diabetes, and I'm very happy to share this because every time I talk about it, I always smile. I was misdiagnosed about 3 times until I got to the third hospital. And then the woman just asked certain questions and she said, have you checked her sugar level? They were focusing on every other thing but my sugar level. And I was almost going into a diabetic shock.
excuse me.
Excuse me. I was almost going into a diabetic shock. And then she said,
Mm,
have you checked the sugar level? And when they did, I kid you not, the machine had the number HI. So the highest number the machine could read was 400. It was AccuCheck glucometer, but it had HI, meaning I. And for the first time in weeks, I had a good sleep.
Oh my God.
And then so it was sweet in the beginning. There's an honeymoon phase when you are just treating diabetes, but then it was sweet. So there's somebody out there struggling with this. And because I didn't share with a lot of people, I'd lost so much weight. Even people close to me were telling other people that she had an abortion. Oh. That's why she has because I was like a skeleton. I was skinny. It was bad. And people close to me, people I thought were family, were the ones spreading all this about me.
Oh
And
my.
then so that was also another phase I had to live with. And then there's also the stage of struggling to buy insulin.
Mm.
I watched this eat deep into my dad's pocket at some point because then my dad was looking for remedy solution. He refused to take no for an answer that there was no cure for type 1. He
Mm.
refused. And then I know that there's somebody out there who is going through something similar. And I need them to see me and know that you are not alone.
Mm.
And this is not a death sentence. You
Mm.
can be happy. You
Please.
can your dreams can come through. You can achieve every other thing. It's been about 17 years now. I have a child of my own. Thank you, darling. I have a child of my own. You know, the funny thing is that one girl reached out to me and said that her biggest fear is that nobody will marry her. Guess what? Many people try to make that my fear, especially some certain individual that I do not want to talk about because I do not want to give them credence. They would make jokes sitting in their own corner in the room, knowing well that I can hear them. And they will say stuff like, Kuseni to mafe. Like, who wants to marry somebody that would inject herself for the rest of her life?
What?
Well, I'm married to a wonderful man.
Exactly. And Timmy is a
I'm-
great guy.
somebody met me and found me worthy.
Somebody whose son found you
Somebody
one
found
day.
me. And then, so why I share my journey once in a while is because I want people to know that you're not alone
Hmm.
and that diabetes should not stop you from achieving anything you set your mind to.
Absolutely.
It's basically just a change in lifestyle. Eat this, don't eat that. Portion control. Stay away from this. Stay away from that.
Period.
That's all diabetes is. So why should I let that control me? And that
Control.
why should I treat it like a god? It's not. So
Hmm.
the reason I share my journey is just to let someone out there know that you're not alone.
Hmm.
Look at
Hmm.
me thriving. Look at me doing so much.
And you
And
are.
guess what? I'm injecting myself. I'm giving myself what my body needs, insulin.
Hmm.
So that's why I share my
Thank you
journey for
so much for
somebody.
that. I'm so grateful for that and for you that you're able to share that part of your life because honestly, it's something that a lot of people would not want to openly share. And I see how you carry the glucometer, is that what it's called? On your
What's that? The
the
CGM, yeah,
the CGM thing.
continuous glucose monitor. It's called a
Correct.
CGM.
I see how you carry it all over your arm and it's always in your videos. And there was a video that you posted where you said something about someone thought it was a CCTV.
I have to answer a lot of questions in Nigeria.
Even I left
I
a
just
comment,
came to
I'm
a
like,
universal answer. It's a CCTV. You can see you.
exactly. Even I remember I left a comment and said, "Oh yes, it's still a
It's
CCTV.
still a
It's a CCTV
CCTV.
to view your blood. You know,
It's monitoring
it's
something.
monitoring something. You know, and I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you're able to, talk about it openly and without you letting it weigh you down or define you, like you said. It's a beautiful thing, honestly.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, do you think some influencers are unintentionally making content that is kind of destroying marriages or dishonoring marriages, the institution called marriage? Do you think that is a thing with influencers these days and every of the or some of the contents they put out there?
Can you tell me why exactly you said that?
Okay, a good reason is one of the conversation we had earlier about someone saying when you buy something for yourself, go ahead and tell the world that your husband bought it for you.
Yeah.
In another situation, we have people talking about men in a very condescending manner and women also in a condescending manner, or even married generally saying, God forbid, I don't ever want to be married. Or even as celebrities somehow now are dishonoring. I don't want to say dishonoring, it's their choice, saying, I would rather not be married, I just want a child. We've seen a lot of celebrities these days just opting for surrogacy. No, no, no bad blood or anything. I don't have any issue with surrogacy or anything like that. But people are intentionally, whether they have issues or they have a valid reason or not, intentionally opting out for surrogacy just because they don't want to be married. So, do you think that's something that is causing a lot of people not to want to even be married, or people now are thinking, if I can do surrogacy, why are they find husband? I just want a child.
So,
Yeah.
social media is a space for people to come and perform.
Mm,
And the only way you can get performance is with my approval.
mm,
So when you go on there, what are you chasing?
mm,
What exactly are you chasing on social media when you go on there? So I do not think that social media is the reason people are making choices for others, or people are taking people's choices as theirs.
mm.
If someone decides today, a lot of people who are Christians will probably think that I should answer this differently because I'm a Christian. But being a Christian does not mean that I take away the choice of people.
Mm.
So if someone wakes up tomorrow that I want to have a child through surrogacy, you do know that the key word is I want to have a child, full stop.
Mm.
So before it got to the point of surrogacy, you should know that this person has considered maybe their age as a factor, or the fact that the men that they think might be the one to supply it or be the father for those children are not the kind of men they want to
They
father their
want.
children. And
Mm.
then these women are capable, can take care of themselves, can take care of their bills, can do a lot of things for themselves.
Absolutely. Yep.
So they have made this choice. And the people who speak very low of men online, if you choose to listen to such people, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Ewaji, my algorithm is set to. Once one of my contributions to the society is that anything I don't want to see again.
To the woman I'm becoming.
Anything that I do not want to see again, I click uninterested.
Yeah, me
And
too.
we're so glad the way Instagram and a lot of apps are built now. It won't bring it again. And if one day mistakenly brings something similar, I will still click uninterested. So my contribution to the society is that there are things I do not watch because whether you like it or not, with social media, we are feeding our mind and our soul.
Mm.
And the mind is a very powerful place to be. So if every time all you are learning online is that men are not good for you, why will you, as a married woman, be online on pages of people telling you that men are not good? So at the end of the day, people are performing for money or for whatever reasons, and you are consuming it.
Clickbait.
So it's exactly so it's not their fault how you react to it. It's entirely not their fault. It's
Mm.
up to you. You saw the food and you chose to eat it.
Period.
So
Period.
that's on that. I do not think social media is contributing to it. I think it's a factor of the person who chooses to feed their
To
soul with that.
consume it. Right.
Yes.
That's perfect. That's a perfect response, and I agree with you as well. Let's talk briefly about the movie The Polygamist. Have you seen it?
Jonas.
Oh, nice, yo.
Jonas.
Baba wèrè ni
Jonasi.
bọ̀bọ́ yẹn, man. Like how? So my question is this: do you think a man can genuinely love his wife and still desire to take another wife? Is that even a possibility?
Marriage is a commitment before God and before me. Loving one person is your choice. Choosing that person to walk your journey with the rest of your life is your choice.
Hmm.
Choosing to love another person then begs the question, what are you in this marriage for?
Hmm.
People have argued that it is possible to love more than one person. I don't understand how that works as a Christian, though. But then, even though I know that for healthy marriages to exist, boundaries must happen. But then, what type of boundaries? Is
Hmm.
it boundaries of you would have to permit me to be with other women and
Oh.
understand? So I don't think loving somebody else while still married is disrespect
Hmm.
on your marriage. Is why what that's like this is a journey between one and one, and then you're bringing another one. Why?
I
If you
don't.
want to love somebody, just walk out and love the person. Then now
Serious.
to the person that chooses to love someone that already belongs to another.
Hmm.
What is the color of your problem?
What is the color of your problem? And it's
Oh, really?
it's
What is
really deep. It's deeper than the surface of this conversation, honestly. I don't subscribe to polygamy. Jonasi is an ASSHOLE and deserved everything that happened to him.
do you know I love the common marriage vow. I almost changed it. Then my marriage counselor asked me why. And 2 years into my marriage, I'm glad I did not.
Hmm.
I had my own vows written out, but she asked me why. And I realized that the reason I wanted to change it was because I just wanted a unique wedding video.
Mm-hmm.
And then she told me to read the regular vow and ask if this is what I wanted for the rest of my life. I was even like, oh, I'm going to say for richer, for richer, for richer.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, girl,
Hmm.
marriage, this journey, everything can change overnight.
Scan.
In sickness and in death, people will fall sick along the line of that marriage did not bank that that will happen. They didn't even count on that.
Right.
So, and that's why I love that whole marriage vow. I know that slowly is like it's going to vanish very soon
Mm.
till
Mm.
death do us part. No part of that marriage said, oh, when another person comes, we would love them for who they are, would adore them for what they are. No
We
part of
would
marriage says
accept
that.
them and bring them into our family. No part
Exactly,
of that.
exactly.
And I
No
also
part of
believe
marriage.
that
So
if in the beginning we did not have that agreement of you taking another wife, I don't see why you should.
absolutely.
It's
We
the
need to have
highest
them
level of betrayal, is the highest level of dishonoring your partner,
highest.
is the highest level of betraying not just your partner but also your children. And
Yes.
I've seen a lot of people commending Joyce on how she handled it and everything. I don't know if I would have handled it the same way if I would have taken all those women, accepted their children. It wouldn't have been me. It can't even be me. You know what I mean? Like it was too much. I feel like it was just way too much. And it's also an African thing for men to believe that they can take multiple wives and love them equally, evenly, and even still have side
Bullshit.
chicks. And guess what?
Women can do that too.
Oh, Tiana, that was my next question actually. What do you think would be the reaction of the society if women decided to start taking second husbands? How do you think
Every,
these men will receive it?
everywhere go boss to
Everywhere they
everywhere
put
go
two
boss
boss.
to
And I don't know
ah
why men always say the statements we are polygamous in nature. Men cannot sleep with just one woman, one woman. Men always want to eat chin chin and eat puff puff and have a taste of. Do you all realize we also want to have a taste of ice cream and cake and chocolate and candies at the same time?
But we
Like we
choose
also
to
go out there.
sway because that is what the vow
The
says.
vow says, and we also go out there and see all these fine-looking men that are even finer than you. That is our house husband because now we be housewife, mommy. Wa.
But we still love you. We love
We
you. We
still
love
love
you
you, you know.
regardless.
We still
We
come back
love
home
you.
and be
We're riding
respectful
with you
and
forever.
honorable. You see what I mean?
So why can't you do
So,
the same?
why are you telling us that you're polygamous in nature and you feel like we cannot also be polygamous in nature? So I feel like that movie was a very great. As much as it was good, it was also not good because I did not like how Joyce handled it. It's sending a different message to men, making them feel like, oh, maybe most African women can also handle the situation the same way
What didn't
Joyce
you
did.
like about how she handled it?
Because she accepted all these women.
Because she stayed.
I mean, not necessarily because she stayed. I don't think I'll leave my marriage for anyone, honestly. I just believe that I would not take all those women like she did. She accepted Matipa and her kids, even started to take care of the kids. She accepted what's the other lady's name? She accepted all these women.
Essie.
Essie. At some point, she didn't have a choice, but I love what she did at the funeral, though. I love how she went there and grabbed her husband and went to bury her husband the way she wanted to. But did Jonas deserve how he went and said goodbye to the world? I completely believe he did. He deserved it. If I cannot spy you with my bare hands, I will spy you with what you know how to do best.
One thing must kill a man.
One thing must kill a man. And if it is that puna that can kill you, buy by that puna. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, he pied by that. I cannot believe that he fell for his wife's friend, who then eventually infected him with HIV. Well, let's okay. So, watching Joyce's story, what is it about the story that hit you the hardest about Joyce's story? Like, do you think that she handled it well in your own opinion? There's no right or wrong opinion, honestly, but do you think she handled it well? Do you think you would have done the same thing or you would have done it differently?
A lot of people online are praising her for staying and saying all that. But I think what hit me is not that she stayed, is that Joycey thought that she was too good to be hurt. She
Mm,
believed that she was too perfect to be betrayed.
mm.
Um, a heartbreak did not come from the fact that this man did all that, but she felt she didn't deserve for that to be done to. I need people to know that being a good woman doesn't guarantee that there will be no heartbreaks.
Daha.
Giving your man everything he wants does not guarantee that he will not hurt you back or he will
Mm-hmm.
not hurt you twice.
Mm.
And life doesn't, that is exactly how life works. It doesn't mean that if you pour so much good into the world, good will come back to you.
Life is not white or
And so
black.
I think what was funny for me, for Joyce, is that she stayed. No, it's not that she stayed, it's that she believed that she was too good a wife to Jonas for him to hurt her like that.
Hmm.
Who are you to think that you cannot be betrayed?
Hmm. Who are you to think that you cannot be betrayed?
Who are you?
Oronla. Anyways, right now as we speak, there are so many Jonases out there, and there are so
So
many
many, so many, so many, so
so many
many.
joys out there. However you choose to navigate your situation, may the Lord be your strength. May the Lord be with you. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much,
Amen.
Tiana, for sitting with me
Thank
today.
you so much for
However,
having me. My
before
baby
you
has
go,
been banging on the door since
I'm
like
sorry.
10.
But before you go, we usually have a trivia at the end of the show. So I'm going to
Okay.
ask you some questions, quick answers, and let's see if you make it through. Okay, you ready?
All right.
Ready? Which animal lays the largest eggs?
Animals? Is that
Yeah,
not like whale? Oh, largest.
largest eggs. Which animal lays the largest
Is it
eggs?
the elephant?
No, baby,
Elephant.
ostrich. What
Ostrich.
is
Oh yeah. Words, my God, yes.
What is the smallest unit what is the smallest unit of time? The smallest unit of
You don't
time.
say where I go school now. Nothing where I go now.
Already.
Seconds.
Not seconds. It's zeptosecond.
And you really expect seconds, septos. I got it now. Give me
Baby,
password.
you did not get it. You got the alphabet. You didn't get the full thing. Zeptosecond. What is the capital of France? I think you should get there.
Wait.
You live in the UK.
France,
Oh.
France, France, France. Capital. Paris. Paris.
Girl, of course, Paris.
Paris. Okay, I
Yes.
got that one. I got that
Who
one.
is who is on our 20 naira bill, or who are the people or the two people on our 20 naira bill?
I
Nigerian
haven't
money.
seen. We don't even have anything in Nigeria that 20 naira can buy anymore.
It doesn't matter. I want to know. Do you know who is on our 20 naira bill?
Is it about my country?
About Macaulay. You say it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Murtala Mohammed in front, and at the back is Potaladi
I
Kwali.
haven't seen 20 naira in
Neither
years.
have I.
Can you
And the
imagine?
last question that I expect you to get, because
What
haha, it's a
shocking
hot
business
one
me?
right now. Who recently urged Nigerians to start small scale business like frying akara, roasted corn, and frying kuli kuli?
Our mommy in the Lord, the wife of our president, Pastor
This is
Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, Her
Perm,
Excellency.
Excellency, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o, àrọ̀wọ̀ yín, àkàrà
Yes, ma.
kúlíkúlí. Really? Like, is that
Let's
what we
get the
have been
business
reduced
rolling.
to? Is that what Nigerians have been reduced to? Akara and kuli?
If you don't live where people are suffering, you cannot see the suffering.
Ah, girl, it is a shame
It
coming
is
from the
actually.
First Lady of Nigeria.
It is actually. It is
It's a
actually.
very bad thing. Anyways, thank you so much for sitting with me here today,
Thank
Tiana.
you
It
for
was
having
a great
me.
time that I had with you. I had a very amazing time, great
You
laughs, great
too.
conversation. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.
All right, guys. As you can see, life is in black or white, and neither are the conversations that shapes us. If today's episode challenged your thinking, stirred something in you, or gave you a new perspective, then it was worth having. Thank you, Tiana, for reminding us that vulnerability is a strength and not a weakness. Until next time, keep asking the hard questions, keep growing through every season, and never forget your story is still unfolding. Ciao!
To the woman I'm becoming.